Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Paper, and I'm not deadly. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome. Big up the people on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. This video is brought to you by Denver and the Mango Tree people. You can check it out on Amazon. Yes, go and support it. It's for less than $20. A Jamaican writer, Jody and Francis, she penned this book. The illustrator is another Jamaican, Wayne Carnegie, and they have put this wonderful book together. And it is a good one for you to have for one of the Christmas items, one of the Christmas gifts for the children. Get it, people. It's on Amazon. All right, so big up to the sell people. Thanks very much again. Big up to all the viewers. Big up to all the subscribers. Please remember to like the video, people. Yeah, man, like the video. Drop a like on the video. You know we're here without fear. We are here. So, congratulations to the Croatians. Congratulations to the Argentinians. Yeah, man, big up on yourself. World Cup, nice. Yeah, man, World Cup nice, man. Don't World Cup nice. That me I tell him, man, then jump on a G-Wagon and exhaust the G-Wagon, brethren. Me not like what go on. Too many wagonists. But separate and apart from that, people, the World Cup, nice. Honestly. Some very scintillating games today. World Cup, nice. Trust me. Me like the vibes. Me like the games. Trust me. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I have nothing to be ashamed of, people. Yeah, man. Nothing to be ashamed of. I don't know about you, but you see, Shauna pressure me, people. Shauna pressure me. Jesus, please. Me have to hide from Shauna, people. Me have to hide from Shauna. Shauna, no stop pressure me, people. Shauna, no, hey, fresh. Shauna, no stop pressure me. You understand? Me no know. Shauna just get a new lease on life. And she don't stop pressure the youth. You understand? A good thing about bread, man. Me see people all talk about transfer farm fresh. Transfer farm, you say, me need to transfer to our next team. Guess what? We not switch. I saw tournaments go. You pick a side and you pick it to the end. Yeah, man, we are stick to the end like Chucky. But here we go, people. They have a look at you, you know. Boy, the look at you take it to heart. Him not like what go on with him team. You understand? But here what they look at you to say fresh.
Outside your plan, you see them out of the World Cup. So, it only could have one winner. I know that. Oh, come. It could only have one winner. Only one winner. Let me tell you something.
What you laughing?
You could pick another team. Nobody ain't going to tell you nothing.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
Belly could lose, you know.
Brazil could lose. The man saying not switching any side. He not picking no other side. Strictly Brazil. That's what I'm talking about, people. We don't switch. We take our beatings and we lap our tail and get ready for the next tournament. That's how we do it. We don't switch. We don't jump on wagon because we are the one who drive the G-Wagon. Shana, stop pressure me, Shana. Hey, Fresh. Shana, pressure me wicked today, no? Jesus, please. Shana, pressure me, and I quiet there. Shana, you see you? Remember, you know, Shana, World Cup not done, you know, Shana. Yeah, man. Me have to wait another 4 years now, you know. That's how it's set. Man. Hey, but guess what me use Fresh? I'm telling a long time, you know. I'm telling a long time. So here what? You see this football thing? I have found a way. Shana, I see you. I have found a way to detach myself emotionally when it comes on to. Let me tell you now something. You see that 7-1 that we did get Fresh? Trust me. That made me rate my side still, you know, in terms of me not switch from my side, you know. But you see the emotional attachment, hey, we don't want to see me in that 7-1 double virgin. A good thing me never have no YouTube channel yet. Me couldn't come on the stream. I could not. Probably Mudana do like Ryan a ball, virgin. Yeah, man. Mudana do like Ryan and a ball. Yeah, man. But that youth him take it seriously. And boy is not too happy. Boy crying. And boy saying not choosing no other side. So you see all those letters and those forms going around to get persons on your team. It's not gonna happen, man. We ain't switching.
Outside your pick and you see them out of the World Cup. So it only could have one winner. I know that. Come. You could only have one winner. Yeah. Only one winner. Let me tell you something.
What you laughing?
You could pick another team. Nobody ain't going to tell you nothing.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
Man saying not picking nobody else. Not picking anybody else. So they're trying to lure the little boy to pick a different team. But the little boy not doing it. So y'all trying to tell me to get that form and sign up. I ain't joining no other team. You see me as a Fresh? Telling already, you know, I ain't joining no other team. But listen to me. It was absolutely brilliant games of football today. Trust me. World Cup turn up a notch, brethren. It was exciting. It had you on the edge of your seat. A whole bag of thing. Right now, I don't know where Brazil ball of them are going to tell the Jamaican fans them. But me I tell you, so as much Fresh that the Jamaican fans them did a wait for the Argentina game. The man them played like a 2 games them play, brethren. In their distress, you know, the man them go support Netherlands, you know. I will never support another team. Me no want none win. Hey, let me tell you a joke. A brother say, you know. A man say, listen, yo, more Argentina and Brazil go home, you know. The man say, so what you mean, why? Why you want them team to go home? Man say, yo, when them team that play, me no make no money. So more want them go home. Hey, we have to laugh it off, fresh. Yeah, man. Hey, they have a picture right now. Jamaica turn upside down because Brazil lost that game. You understand? Brazil lost that game. And as a true Brazil fan, you have to hold it. You understand? So fresh. Me never did cry when that 7-1 they go on, But hey, my brother take a picture of me. I don't remember if he have that picture there. But me I tell you, say, me in our marina, me sit down and it's set in a bridge, and me I tell you, say, me look this shot. Yeah, man. I saw me. So you see, from that 7-1, me drop all emotions. Me still a support my side. You understand? Me still a support my Brazil. But when it come on to it wholeheartedly, you see that like that brother here come now and him a go on them something there. Pot cover thing. Hey, me not even buy a flag fresh. Come in and want to go see the flag. And then me have to take down my flag. No, sir. And if them did win, me would put up the flag. You notice when them beat South Korea, me just come here calm and cool and collective. And say Brazil not play nobody yet. Remember, me said that, But all in all, it was a very good game today. Neymar really stepped up when it matters. But I mean, I think the team lapsed in the final. Chano Star. What going on? This is the desk of the coach. How may I help you?
Why free now? Why free now?
The pre-way just talk about
Coach.
the match how we lose to them, man.
Why we just forward? We're not gonna stay long still, you know what I'm saying? Boy, me I tell you, if you just bet machine there work, me that turn a millionaire.
Why you say that now?
Before the game them start. And last night me have it sitting on my phone to go print it. I go for a machine, the machine and work. Girl I don't know if you use it. But coach, a good game played today. Me didn't
Yeah,
know,
man.
boy.
2 good games played
Rough.
today.
Coach. Croatia not ease up off of nobody,
Them bad, man.
You know, see Luka Modric make Brazil midfield look like no at all. Because guess what, coach? The man them have a supreme and
No,
more
Balakar,
world
me not agree with that point they still, but because you know what? I don't think it was a battle at the midfield. I think what Croatia did, they smother, they put a lot of bodies in the midfield and the defense. So it crowded out Brazil's fluidity. And when they were going to penetrate, they didn't go down the middle. It's not like they string the pass from the middle. When they interrupt the play because of the smothering that they were doing, they put the ball out wide and attack on Brazil left side.
Me can say something to your coach.
Yeah, man, there's no reason, man.
You see Brazil.
Mm.
Brazil only have one midfielder in that midfield today. Where people know about your world class midfielder. And Casemiro.
Mm-hmm.
You see Croatia midfield coach, the 3 man them with them. You for Inter Milan, Brozovic, you have Luka Modric, I have what is brother name of the Chelsea man name upon
But Balakar, separate and apart
and
from
Kovacic
that.
coach.
Yeah, tell me about the midfield. Separate and apart from that. Brazil did not break them down in 90 minutes. But they did in the extra time. It was just laps. Brazil was pushing for a second goal with about 3 to 5 minutes leaving of the game when them should have keep them shape and all of them something that them attack.
Brazil break them down, but Brazil don't finish because the keeper turn up firm.
He's a good keeper. No, when we say breakdown in a Balakar, they were able to run through that middle and get a goal, Neymar round the keeper and get a goal, you know. What I'm saying is that Brazil lack of game management cost them the game. There's
Alright,
no
coach.
way you should have 5 minutes leaving a game or 3 minutes and you let in a side like Croatia after you take so many minutes to break them down.
Coach, what you think about the penalty kick them?
No, fresh. When me say break them down, you know, we break, but we not score. And that me I talk about, you know. And the goal me I refer to as break them down, you know. Because to me, if you not score, you not break them down.
The coach,
Huh?
what you think about the penalty kick them to Brazil? If he say
Penalty kicks
the
are
big players them
penalty kicks to me.
look coward.
Yeah, but everybody have them strategies. You see, Van Dijk go out and he miss because they say my lead from the front. Messi go out and he score. Neymar never go out and he give French players them an opportunity to go and them never score. So a penalty is really a gamble, Virgin. So it's like you in a ball of car. Well, I know. It's like you say you have a thing right down in you go a machine and in a print, you know. I saw a penalty
But
going
coach, you me to tell us say, me prefer big player them go first and go miss.
Me prefer that too.
You understand one little rookie got take no first penalty. A rookie that coach. Real rookie that.
So you have to blame the coach. Plus, you can look on it on the side and say they had confidence in every single kicker.
Alright. Coach, we go show you a free too. After Brazil missed 2 first penalties in. When Croatia take the second penalty, you see third penalty. I never look how much you see a number 3 in a coach.
Oh, you know that.
Take the ball and go sink your lead. You understand? Then we see Neymar. Maybe Marquinhos penalty. Neymar with the penalty and score the penalty and put back the pressure from Croatia coach.
Yeah, but that is after hindsight again in a ball of car. We can reason that after the fact happening, you know. What I'm saying is that Virgil van Dijk went up. He had a big man in the Netherlands team. He got kick and he miss. So him take that responsibility. Well, on, let me finish.
Yep.
When him go up and miss, it still I got pressure the man them where I come after. If him did score,
step up.
If him did score, might be no pressure them or might be still pressure them.
But
so
coach,
you have to look on.
You see who step up after him?
Oh.
After Van Dijk, Mr. See who step up? Okay. I just that no one to say, you know. A smart man, them smart.
Well,
the reason why Van Dijk take that first penalty is because Memphis Depay on the on the field. Gap on the on the field. And if he say, the boy named Diang should have take that first penalty. The man is not smart. And what go on if I saw if he happen to? Much better. So if he happen to.
You can't, let me tell you, you can't set other penalty and you still miss. Netherlands set it and they miss.
But coach, me feel say the big players that need to step up and stop.
But me agree with the ball of car. Me agree with you, but it played out today. Say a big player step up in 34 and they still lost on penalties because the goalkeeper came up big.
Coach, how much penalty Van Dijk taking in life? Penalty, I know, number 1 penalty.
Virgin, you know, so me can't bother with the argument about how much penalty in taking in life. With that, I feel it. Man is a professional player. Man go representing country. So him have to go out there go do it.
And that's why I tell you, say, all right, you go do it. Me look how much it for that.
So, all right. So why Magic never take the penalty first?
So, you know, I want penalty kick first to them.
Answer my question. Why didn't Luka Modric lead from the front or lead from the front?
Because
answer
that penalty kick away, that kick the penalty. is a good penalty kicker.
Because in score, make you say that.
Coach, we go check up the stats them.
But then after you say that, after you go check the stats, Balaka, you never check it before. After you check
Coach,
it, after the game done, you check it.
Coach, them man don't miss penalty. Check
If
the last
him
World
did
Cup.
me know say Croatia, once he got penalty, Croatia go win. Me did know that. That's why me believe say Brazil laps.
Kick penalty.
Brazil, but them have it tied on their side. One penalty, man, they lose for a while in a Virgin. I think against France, you know. So on a normal record that, you know. Once it reached penalty, I knew that Brazil could not win. Even if Neymar the kick first, I worries.
Coach, what are football now, right? Real thing. Why the coach put on Fred to come defend the game when you have Firmino on the bench?
Firmino was not on the bench.
No, Firmino, Fabinho, me attack, man. Fabinho. Need to put in Fabinho as a better defender we can tackle.
Another person will tell you, Balakar, that Fred is a better defender than Fabinho.
Now put Fred in a no serious game right now. Because Fred, I right through there and run today. Right over from field side. Casemiro take up the whole high pressure. And the man them over running midfield and push you up on the wing.
But you know, look, but all right, well I know, them break down this so. But you know, look and see where defender them doing them down there. Nobody stepped, you know. At 3 Croatia man I come with 3 Brazil defender and all of them are back off, you know.
That's why I don't like this back half team. Understand?
But if a team are ready, they're not bridging, there's little or more. It's either you have to commit or you have to back off. Simple.
But they don't step to, they could have stepped to youth and foul him, you know. Give him a foul and take a yellow card. You see me?
But remember, say, you know, nobody expected him to take a one time, you know. Nobody expected the player to whip in the ball so quick. Them probably think him out, they were wait. So a whole lot of things happen. What I'm saying is that other laps they cost Brazil the game. Them should have managed the game better.
And Croatia could have won in a full time. Brazil could have won in a full time because the ball with Perisic get on.
I'm go play it back across. No. Me see one man get a ball behind the defender and stop and play it back. Me say them man don't want to win the game.
If a brother teach get the goal when the man roll the ball across the face side goal and just use the foot side and
he was pressured there, Balaka. You can't use that. That one them did under pressure.
No, the crowd was doing simple thing, man.
But him did under pressure. You have to do simple thing when you're under pressure.
I glory, you know.
A chip, he want a slice, he want to slice the ball, you know.
So no, under pressure, Neymar walking like goal.
Listen, it was a very good game, but both teams played well. Brazil laps after going up 1-0.
And coach,
me not say them to sit back, you know. Me not say them to sit back, you know. But at the same time, you can't commit so much people when you lead the game with 3 minutes left.
Coach, if you say Brazil, coach. When me just say panic too early. There is no way on earth me don't take off
Vinicius.
the main player in a 60 minutes. You're crazy, man.
Yeah, be a small the game ago.
Minute me I take him off.
But you know, Balakar, a lot of people said that was a good change, and a lot of people said that it wasn't a good change. That caused Brazil the game.
The Rodrigo change. The Rodrigo change.
Take off Vinicius.
The Vinicius is not a good change. No. The change we make with what the winger name of the Barcelona again? Rafinha. And put on Anthony. That was a good change. Because Anthony come on for change the game. The defender them have trouble with Anthony.
Yeah, but how much ball coming from Anthony? He just look busy over there, you know. But the man there have it.
You can't see him couple ball, man.
Yeah, that's me ask you. How much me never said none no come in.
No, me can't. No, couple cross going on box. But
Listen,
to me, coach,
me thinks the Croatia give up, brethren. And the man then just go for the last ditch run there. Swing the ball across and a man see an opportunity and he take a shot. Deflect the ball, deflect. Remember, straight in the keeper.
coach,
Part the ball come.
coach. Them the man they not give up, man.
Then it, oh,
right
if you not
them a run till it done.
no Balakar. They when Brazil are lead, you know, and I like say Croatia almost shot them take at goal 1. And I want to score. So what I'm saying to you is that the team never give no impetus up front.
One shot on target, man, coach.
Well, all right, 1 on target and them score. What I'm saying, this team never have no impetus up front in the final third. If you say, all right, we can equalize.
No, because they don't have a center forward.
Hey, so that me I said them never. I don't like say Brazil that no immense amount of pressure.
What Croatia depend on the midfielders, the wingers, and the man they will play in the middle.
So I think they one time you see like the coach fool him and I like him and say, yo, might as well Brazil gone with it. And when he see goal scoring come back to life in a virgin.
Are you right? Next thing to coach. You know, see everybody, every big club wants the defender from Croatia now. My best defender in the World Cup, you know. Not loving me attacking a coach.
We are talking.
The centre back we play with Lovren. Run our back.
Oh. Hey, the person will say I say Anthony can't square ball. That is not true. Anthony put across a few balls.
Who said that?
But he didn't get a lot of opportunity because when he have a ball, is either they foul him or then double team him. Balaka, we are get the next call now. We hear the other person.
Hold on there. Coach and the youth at 20, you know. Centre back for the Croatia, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can get the next call.
All right, big up yourself, Balaka. Carla, good night. Welcome to the show.
Good night, coach. Condolences to you.
To me? Nah, man.
Yeah,
me good, man.
Brazil are your team.
Brazil are my team. Yeah, that other team that I support. And not really my team still.
Yeah, they're not.
I go around me, I try to go around the thing, man.
Yeah, but here I'm a call, coach. I agree with you and more.
John, no star. What go on with that call there? Sorry about that, caller. I'm ringing back. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, caller.
Yeah, man. I was saying that I agree with you with most things, you know. But I can't agree with you with this one.
With which one?
When you say that Croatia wasn't, you know, pressuring Brazil, or you make it sound as if Brazil had it all their way, which was wrong.
Whoa, hold on. Did you hear which part of the game you're talking about?
You're talking about the entire game, or
no, sir, I'm not talking about the entire game. I'm talking about when Brazil scored and went up 1-0. A few minutes to go, Croatia didn't really offer anything. And that's why Brazil kept on pressing, and that hurt them. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking the entire game. I did say it was a very good game. So how come I said it's one-sided? No.
Okay, when I tune in, I probably just hear the last part. But the way how I see it, though, you know, I think Croatia could have killed off that game and beat Brazil before Brazil even scored. But they were timid.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that is why I call, because I didn't really hear properly what you said there. Because Croatia had it, you know, but they were timid in sending players forward. Because Croatia would have opened Brazil on numerous occasions, but the lack of players they're sending forward would have caused and barely and not to score. But when Brazil score, always know that Croatia had it in them to come back. Because Brazil to me is still playing in second or third gear. I think they had two more gear to go, but, but they were just stuck in third gear. And the thing about it too, Richardson, I know Richardson scored 2 goals early on in the tournament, but I think this game was a game begging for, let's say, a striker like a Gabriel Jesus, somebody who can hold up the play better than Richardson and who can come into midfield, beat one or two players and get the wingers involved. Richardson wasn't doing that at all. And Brazil was slow off the break because there are some time when you're watching the game, Brazil could have hit Croatia on the counter attack, but they themselves would have slowed the play too as well. So Brazil was not impressive in this game at all. They make Croatia look better than they really are. Because a lot of Croatia men playing with walking stick. And Brazil couldn't come out victorious. So another thing too, you see this notion where the best player take the last penalty. I don't believe in that, because at the time when Marquinhos, one of the reasons why some people think the best player should take the last penalty, because sometimes the last penalty is the most pressurizing penalty. Now for me, the penalty that Marquinhos took at that time, that was the most pressurizing penalty, because if he had missed that one, as he did, Brazil would have out of the World Cup and Neymar wouldn't get a kick. So I think at that point in time, Neymar should have stepped up and take that penalty and give Brazil a lifeline. So, and my last point before I go, it was part of Croatia tactics to get the game to penalty. I think they planned for the penalty. That was a part of what they wanted to happen. But Brazil did not expect it to go to penalty. They didn't plan for it. They didn't even show who they wanted to take the penalty. They didn't show up the five, if you ask me. So I just think they were out coach, out plan, and they weren't prepared for a penalty shootout. So, but as I said, France is my team still. So people can just watch some good football and watch France take it.
All right, so big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right, so there you have it. I don't totally agree with the caller talking about. I hear people talking about, and the caller included, that Croatia played for the penalty. Where in that game? Somebody can tell me which aspect of the game you saw that Croatia was playing for penalty. And the man them take shot at goal and over the bar and them something. Me not understand. See, somebody else did not call just now. Me call about the person. Oh, this look like one done. Thank you, MP. We never see them a play for no penalty. Man, them come for win. Man, them just a come out of penalty now. One done.
Yeah, coach.
What go on?
Yeah, man. So we do a game today, coach.
Yeah, man. Brazil give it the game, man. And a little luck was on Croatia's side too, because that goal that was scored really and truly keeper it covered and the deflection of Marquinhos, man. Tell us that.
But coach, going up here score power so late in the game. So.
Yeah, then that's how them throw the game, man.
After we score the goal, we attack Croatia. For the Croatia still attack with.
No, but we could have attacked, but we still have to keep bodies behind the ball, and that's what we never did.
How much defender the man run past?
A 3 defender, a 4v3 when time the goal scorer, 3 defenders and the man we have the ball No, the man who pass the ball, the man who have the ball, that are two, and then the three attacker over the other side.
No joke in that, coach. Big joke in that. Manage the game good.
Yeah, management should have done something in that era of the game, that time of the game. You know, even if you put on Fred Weber, it's like he left the midfield.
Fred I do best in the game.
I
And I
hear
like so we under 1-0. So Mr. What Fred I do best up in the game, and I like so we under 1-0.
So that me say, but sometimes we have to the coach still know, but he might give an instruction on a different thing, you know.
Sure thing, coach. And then at the penalty shootout, one next big joking. What make Neil Marr never go kick the first penalty? What we are saying Rodrigo will kick the first penalty for?
Yeah, But Casimir kicked the third one, right? Was it Casimir?
The second one. Was the second one in kicking.
And they see if Casimir won to do.
Also, Casimir score.
In score? I not to remember where go on. I just know say never like the lineup or the penalty, but I saw them do them thing. And if the team did score, I wonder what we would be saying if the players them did score.
No.
And you have to give respect, you see? No, but one done, we still have to give respect to this Croatia goalkeeper, you know. Me no want to make it look like say Rodrigo and the other person who missed. You have to give the goalkeeper credit. I don't know if a Lime or Digital or Flow you want to give him, but him deserve some credit.
Yeah, man, he deserve enough credit, but coach, me a big coach of Brazil. You must be mad. No little boy can contest his first penalty. You're mad, and Neymar have got Kiki and Thiago Silva as the elder and easy pressure off of the side. Sure thing that coach.
Yeah.
Too much pressure under power.
Yeah, but then again, too, you know, you have to look upon it, too, you know, one done. What if he had the opportunity, like Martinez today, to score the last goal and he missed it? We have to big up the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper did well, Virgin.
Better Rodrigo can kick the third penalty. I'm an experienced player, then say I kick first. I'm an experienced player, I kick last.
Every coach set up their thing different too.
Sure.
Because you see how he set up? Top 3 kick. See? Yeah. Your quote unquote best penalty takers kick 1, 2, 3. See? 3 of them score. Don't you think that the pressure is gonna be on the 2 coming who are you'd say inexperienced persons to match up to what those players did? What if your 3 experienced players take 1 miss, 2 score, 2 miss, 1 score? There's no way you can plan for penalty, Virgin. Because what? That's why I say I don't agree. I don't agree with the caller and others who are saying that Croatia played for penalty. Because the game can't go anywhere. Even if you have the best shot stopper in, it can't go anywhere.
Penalty Croatia, for me game kick off, you see a penalty in the match. That's why I tell you, so we give away the game. Because if we score, final first half.
But you know, so the keeper do to brother? Listen, you see, as a Brazilian fan, one done, you have a reason. And probably that's why me kind of different, you know. Me reason the thing differently without bias, Virgin. Croatia keeper was good in the game, in the penalty.
Coach, somebody shot them out kicking at the game and straight in the keeper and kick them on.
Who shot them?
That. And Neymar get about 3 shots and straight in the keeper and the man kick the ball.
On which side Neymar did that? Neymar did that on him handicap side or him disabled side. So this for about 2 of them, Bridget.
Paqueta get one and pass the ball straight to the keeper and that's a choke.
When could I do this, sir? When could I do this so different? With a defender in your back.
Coach, all if you defend in your back and a penalty box today.
Remember say VAR there, no penalty no must give you no.
Eh?
Remember say VAR there, penalty no must give you there, no. So you say what? Oh, you say.
But Paqueta does, coach, at the bottom and put him on you push the ball like keep on there.
You have to give you have to give credit to something there.
Joking going into them.
You have to give credit to the goalkeeper. I think he was good, and him basically won the game for something there.
I'll rather coach a joker for half the metric of Rafinha for Man City. Rafinha they not do nothing with one ball.
But you can't say no, do nothing when I owe something they set up, brother.
Coach, you know, coach, you man do nothing with the ball. Nothing at all.
Why never get to do anything? Why never get to do anything?
Vinicius and Neymar alone. I try to beat a man. Every time Rodrigo Rafinha get the ball, you just turn it back. True thing Rafinha the fun. Look, Stefan, come like Stefan in Gabas, you know, they turn one little bug ball. The man now leads, the man now plays, the man play much harder.
I bet you never said that in that game.
What do you mean? For the first round, I say, coach. I tell my friend them say, look how Rafinha plays.
But we never hear it Panashua, so me have to say that. We never hear it around here.
No, I never call him. I never call him. But for the first round, I say, coach, the Rafinha play nothing in the game them. And the coach now see that. I want to take off Vinicius. Where you take off Vinicius in the game? Sure. If you take off, make a change, you take off Paqueta and put on Rodrigo in the midfield. But credit to Croatia still.
Yeah, man. We have to give them. We have to give them something.
And last year, finally. Last year, cup finalist, you know. So no, for joke time.
All right, so that's it for you, one done.
Yeah, coach, big up yourself.
All right, bless up, one done. Big up. Thanks for calling. So big up the callers and people. The phone line still open. You can call in at any given time. Listen, man, one of those Brazil fans, and that's why people are gonna beat you know, and that's why me not get no beaten because you have to just count it lost and just move on. The game basically could have been won by both teams before it reached penalty. See, Brazil went ahead and they decided to monkey around and cause them time spent in the competition. So right now, them now ball to it. Them have to go ball to somebody else. You understand? And at the same time, we understand that everybody put in their support behind Argentina now because because it's the only hope so that we don't have a European team winning the World Cup. You understand? So me know hear the Argentina people them are calling and I talk about them team triumph today. I think the Dutch team was good. They played a very decent game. They did excellently well to come back into that game. They almost did it in the penalty shootout, but like them, so lightning can't strike twice. Same place, don't. So Lionel Messi was magical. Brilliant pass to give the go-ahead goal, scoring a penalty. He mesmerized the defense, making short passes, wall passes, and all these things. Didn't get another goal, but some good play by the Netherlands. They didn't give up as well, and they were able to come back in the game. And trust me, the game was enthralling. It was interesting. It could have gone either way. Remember, we talk about it in the prediction, people, that the game, Argentina versus the Netherlands team, it could have gone either way because of the World Cup record. So Argentina step 1 foot ahead now after it was 2 wins for both teams and a draw. You understand? So nothing is wrong, Michael. It's just that you want to break the dominance. You understand? That's a football going on. You have to find something to cheer about or against, So, as I predicted, it could have gone either way because of the deadlock between the teams in terms of what they would have done already in the competition. So, Argentina seemed to have wanted it more than the Dutch team. Yeah. And you know what? Well, probably there's no Dutch fan, but people were not, or they weren't talking about that Dutch miss. Is it because they don't know about, well, people say Virgil no fi kick no penalty, people say this, people say that. I just saw it as so penalty go. Hey, somebody half missing a penalty, Is that the keeper save? Is that you kick it wide? Is that you kick it high? Or either you hit the crossbar, you hit the upright. So you take 5. Anything else after is extra sudden death. Have you ever seen a game where the 11 players take the penalty kick? I think the furthest we see about 10, So J.S. Laguna, how you saw the lineup for the penalty kick? You had a problem with that? You see 11 already? International game. Me never see that. So people, hear the results of today. I say Brazil 2-1 wrong. Everybody has get it right, wrong except Tony Green. Tony Green predicted a draw, but he never tell you who are going to win on penalties. But Tony Green did make a good prediction. You understand? Liverpool versus Chelsea last season. Yes, coach, game versus Villarreal when we lost. Oh, yes. That's true. Remember that one day. But somebody did miss a penalty, though. So now that me I talk about, man, somebody off it. somebody happy miss. And if the 22 players kick again and score, it'll go back around and somebody happy miss again. I know some football go. Welcome to the show.
Coach.
What go on, Lanesra?
Means what go a long time in the car, you know.
Yeah, man.
Lanes. Oh my damn. Yeah, man. Well, sorry for your loss today, you know.
I saw it go, man.
But I say
We no more cover
good
them
team
thing.
play today, man.
Huh?
Yeah, man. A two good team play today, man. So it
Two
could have
good
gone anyway.
team. Two good. A matter of fact, the two games were very good. Very good quarterfinal.
I tell you, like, me did I watch a game, man. I can say, me say quality footballer play, man. It's like nobody never want make that mistake there. Right? So when you look on the commitment, even for Croatia know the strength of the Brazil attackers, you know, so they try to be cautious, you know, in everything them do. But when we realize with them very good in not keeping the ball, you know, brother.
And the accurate passes as well.
At the back, man, miss some pass one at the back with the man them come. Suppose man them come. I mean, the man them just is like them confident. They want to play with a lot of confidence, you know. From so the Brazil, you know. But which part, I said before, the changes could have, make some change and take off, Vinny. But you never know. Maybe Rodrigo could have come on and win the game. Like, I think him do that against our City in a Champions League. So the ball is a quality ball, but I don't think him come on and really do not much. For me, you know, Rafinha was really poor. I think him have a poor tournament. And you know, you see what Anthony come on, Anthony do good. But that's why they say earlier in they say Brazil them not manage the game. But after them score, them never manage the game properly.
Yeah.
What happened in Croatia, they are trying to commit numbers, you know, despite it never they are work out for them, you know, because they are turning over the ball and Brazil are counter.
Yeah.
But what them should do is that when Brazil are counter, Brazil does a counter and a commit too much person and leave a lot of space in the game. So what them should do try manage the game and try even kill time. That's what I think them should do. So that after them score, if we really feel so them should try manage the game better. So them never manage it this stuff. And if I understand, say, I one shot the man them get on target and score. You know?
And
Yeah,
Brazil is a team that can keep the possession of the football, some tiki-taka thing. And you didn't really see that. Man. You didn't me I talk for manage the game. You didn't really see that in that part of the game when they needed to do it.
Yeah, man, I really think them they are committed. I think them they are trying to get a second goal. But them should I think them should try to manage the game better and try keep them shape. Don't commit too much. Because you know there's one chance you give a Croatian team and them you'll get them back into the game. And to me, as well you saw with the penalty thing, I never confident that Brazil would have beat the man in penalty. Probably most people would have confidence. Probably even the player them to Brazil would have even confidence that them can probably beat this Croatian team. And to me,
the Croatia team have history when they come on to penalty, you know, man. Yeah. Them think they're important, you know. But some people don't play these little intricacies of football like what you do the last time against a team. We know it's a different team. But the history play a vital role in football when they come on the tournament like this. And you see it a play out.
Yeah.
Croatia now losing a penalty right now.
Yeah. And when me sit to a coach, the two pressure team were there in another World Cup here, Argentina and Brazil. So even when they go to penalty, as much as Croatia go final last year and them lose, Me feel say them deal less pressure. If them drop out of the World Cup,
You know, come
it's
like
not like
nothing.
a lot of expectation depend them like how it depend Brazil.
Right,
So,
right.
so to me, them look at them would have been the more relaxed players to kick the penalty.
So in terms of the psyche, they
And
were more stronger than the Brazilian team based off that reasoning.
yeah, man. And even in the Argentina game, the Netherlands team, I think them the more confident or less pressure they depend them. But it's just that to me, them have in terms of Martinez, he was a good shot stopper from Arsenal days. I see him. I realize say as a person when it comes to penalty, him good at that. Right, so I just part of the game, brother. Both of them team you could have even call it said two of them could have played with the final. So both team play good, and in terms of who will take penalty first,
what you say about that?
It's the Einstein Tower. Yeah, in terms of the pressure. For me, you want to say, oh, if you have 5 shots, right? What do you think? You think they think they say the first? So what's the first 2 or the last 2? Which one I think more pressure in? You see how
It debatable still in Aleza. That's why me use the point. You remember the point I make? So if all right, 5 penalties, seen, and you have your top 3 take the 5. You don't think the next 2 man them were probably fringe or lesser players in terms of superstardom? Don't you think that they would be pressured? Say, boy, the man them score, you know. Weight upon my shoulder, because if me miss the team, I'm going to have a problem, you know. Or the 3 top man them take 1 miss, 2 score. 2 miss, 1 score. No pressure upon the next man them will come after.
Pressure upon the club.
That's why I say the penalty thing is really nothing for right home about in my estimation.
But when me feel say wrong, I don't know the penalty rule go. When they have to give the referee the name, they can't change them while it ago. But if when Marquinhos step up, I think Neymar, if Neymar could have stepped up, he should have stepped up.
I don't think they can change it, but me need to find that out. I don't think they can change the order. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
so don't quote me on it.
For the order they did before, but if the order could have changed, Marquinhos should have taken that one there. I'm not saying Neymar could have taken up me, but I'm sure now say if the game they got 0-0 in a 119 minutes and a penalty game, and Neymar would have take it up and take it. You would say Marquinhos have take it. So I don't know. I guess probably they've set out it already. But to me, coming up against this Croatian team, which I know is a good team, I think Neymar should be at least a third. Even the third, well, depends on who I take it first to me. Because if you say Brazil I take it first, may Neymar be probably the second or the third.
But look for Messi, the argument the people are used to, Lanezo, is that Messi go up and lead from the front.
Score.
Yeah. So the people them
are
hold on to that argument.
As we say, if Messi miss,
a pressure
you should have put pressure on the younger youth when they have experience at that level. So you can look at it too, right? So you don't know what I go for it. But we know the rules for penalty used to be that one team take, the next team take, then the next team take, then that team they take again. So like I said, Argentina, I think 2014, I don't know, I guess they've changed it back. In Brazil, say a side take, right? Then the next side take. Then they make the same side they take again because they never want to get an advantage. I don't know if I remember the penalty rule.
No, I don't remember that one, honestly.
Oh man, yeah man, it used to be like say Brazil take, then Argentina take, then they make Argentina take again. Because them never want the
pressure.
advantage. I think even when Brazil play, them never want to give no other side advantage. Because them there, so when a side take the second one, it get it if the first team score, we take, it get the second one have a disadvantage. I let them the assisting, but I guess them change it back around. Because they used to have it in 2014.
I don't remember that rule still.
Yeah. Yeah man. I think I Brazil they play. I think Chile them they play in 2014, and I see other rule in place. I guess FIFA probably change it back.
Oh, okay. Well, this penalty argument, I see Gary Lynch, I say, Croatia played for the penalty kicks. I want you tell me and show me which part of the game
I think
you
it's
see
a plan,
where
plan
Croatia was
so.
playing for the penalty kick. Me not see that.
Oh.
Because when Brazil went 1-0 up, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like say them did a raid Brazil to try to get back an equalizer so it got a penalty. Me never see that.
I think them they tried, but when we saw you see before Brazil even score, Brazil they take a whole of the game. Because when the game just start, Croatia me say most of string the pass them, but Brazil they up until them score, them they take control of the game. So when them score, I think probably Croatia mindset probably them never feel say them could have get back. Look how long the game a play, and I know them not take one shot off of the goal. So maybe them never have that confidence there, but them they try to see if them go to get probably luck somewhere. But as I said before, it's like them are try to change them game now, because them they are play very cautious with the field. Not that them want to get the penalty, but it's just that them know the quality of Brazil having at the final third. So them they are play cautious. In Brazil score, they want to change up, but some easy for just change it so. Right? So while them are change it, them left space on the back, and Brazil are counter every time. Before when them counter, them should at least keep the shape still. No matter when they're fast running up and down on the field and almost space that they and it does take a little time for them getting at the game. But that's just get a chance, kick, deflection, score. And I'm face the one because of penalty. Them have a lot of cut wins.
What you say now? People them are challenging with the rule that we are talking about, you know.
Which rule that? The subway rule? The penalty rule? I tell them to go watch the 2014 World Cup. When I think Brazil must play Chile, and look how the penalty them take. How the penalty used to go, it did change for the World Cup there. When one side take, the next side go take, and the same side they take again, then the other side go take. Because go check it. You can go watch it and see it. That rule was there. Me brother they talking, must brush a coal or on him. Go check it whether there was a rule there.
Alright, me have to go check it because first me aware.
I hear me I go do it and probably drop the link for the man them go watch it.
Alright.
Because I know say a rule is yes, the penalty change as a penalty they take. I not guess that.
Me not remember it.
Me know as a brother say honestly, me don't know how me don't know watch them play. But whichever game them they play a game, I saw the penalty they go. But me have to send a link.
Yeah,
all
man.
right, cool.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Reason boss, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, CD. Big up yourself. Give thanks. Everything blessed.
What? Yeah, man. Everything mucho, man. Mucho grande.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Let me big up viewers and subscribers first and foremost. Action Entertainment.
Listen me, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Well, on Richard. I want to with me, you know, me telling us if I 7-1, then me detach myself emotionally from football. You see, all the reggae boys do something there. Me not no feelings. Me never buy no flag. Then that days gone by, I would have flag a wave. No, sir, you can't catch me by a flag now. Anyways, continue with what you were saying. I'm a big yo.
Hey, respect. Look here. Wow. What can I say? I'm going to go back to what I was saying at the start of this tournament. Brazil must, get me now, viewers and subscribers, must suffer. Brazil must suffer if and in order to lift this 2022 World Cup, to lift the 6 trophy, they would not have the cakewalk and an easy road this. They would have to go through the ups and downs. They would have to go through the challenges, the deep waters, and come out wading, strong, resilient, and pushing through in order to lift this 6th trophy. It's not going to be easy. Never was going to be easy. And it has proved decisive. The weight of expectations is not an easy road, you know. Croatia were expected to be vanquished, but Croatia, Luka Modric and co had different intentions. Hey, it's not an easy thing to win a world title, you know. It's not an easy thing to win a World Cup. When you see in the stands Rivaldo, when you see Roberto Carlos, when you see Cafu in the stands, you think I easy something? You think it's an easy road when them lift that title in 2002, opening game in 2002. Gentlemen, viewers and subscribers, hit that like button. 0-0. Going into half time. 1-0 down. Hassan Sass. Turkey. Yeah, Turkey. We're ready to make a Turkey out of Brazil in 2002 in Japan and South Korea. Second half. Come off the man. Come off the man. Come off the hour. Rivaldo swings in the cross. Karate style, Ronaldo, El Phenomenal himself, coming off a knee injury, stretching, karate style, 1-1. Then a hard-fought penalty, Luizao, pulled down, controversially, but the penalty was slotted home by Rivaldo, and they win the game 2-1. They ended up going on to meet the likes of Belgium, who gave them the mother of all battles. This is the suffering that I'm referring to again. Real suffering. They had to fight tooth and nail. Cafu, Carlos, Lucio, the bug of them. Gilberto Silva, the wall for Arsenal. Bought after a stupendous competition. On came Kleberson, off came Juninho. That was the difference. That was the key moment. Things leveled the vibes, settled down for Brazil, and they came home victorious. Met Turkey again in the semi-finals. Hard fought battle, 0-0. No quarter asked or given by Turkey again. One of the finest Turkish teams ever to set foot on the field. Brazil had to fight. They had the belief, they had the resolve. They said, no, sir, we're not give up on this something. We're gonna be victorious some way, somehow. Born as a sufferer, I said, my Lord. Come off the hour. Come off the man. Ronaldo. Toe poke. 1-0 victory. And then the rest is history. 2-0 against Germany. This team had resolve, belief, determination. One of the key things. This team was prepared to suffer. This team knew what it was to suffer. Had a hard-fought campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers, hit the like button. Reason bust them out. Coach Minzy, the voice of reason too.
Well on the Rich Poe. We have a caller online. Caller, go ahead.
Take the call, sir. Good night, caller.
Yeah, big up, coach. Yeah, respect, Rich. Yeah, no, I'm just still calling because there's no Dutch fan. I mean, the one Dutch fan are probably there in the chat. So I'm just forward and say, yo, good try from my side. Very good fight for even equalize that game there. I think that free kick at the end, I think some team try that now because the way it works are nice. I watch football all my life and I never really see a team try that and it worked. Man. So that was a very, very good
innovation.
Big time. I don't know which coach come up with that, but that was brilliant, right? As far as the penalty thing go, I have to go beat the last caller. The man does a clutch at straws, brother. When I say like the snake in the penalty kick, that's never happened before, ever in life. So he can't send any link. He might just say, Jano, I make a mistake. So nobody send the link, big man. And as far as the penalty kick, like the listing go, is a thing where if you study penalty kicks, like if you just go back and watch like 50 different penalty shootouts, you're gonna see some coach put them best player last, third, fourth, second. So to me, I am not gonna second guess any coach that put together anything because as you say, the pressure you never which kicks are going to be the pressure, right? So, for example, Messi kicked the first one. Let's say Van Dijk scored the goal first, right? If him score for him one, that means. Hello?
Yeah, man, we are here.
Hello?
Like, you break for a while, but we hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, man, we are here you.
Hello?
Caller, we hearing you.
Hello?
Him not hear you at all, but we are hearing him. Him just say hello, 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 hello. No, a Dutch fan still. Say man, knock a Dutch pot. Let me call him back there, Richard. All right, give him a call back. Yeah, man, we did that area in a caller.
Oh.
By the way, what the man name?
Yeah. Jason Guna, man.
Oh, Aguna. Big up yourself, Guna.
Big up Guna.
Yeah, big up. I respect. No, what me there say is like basically, you know, if you look at enough penalty shootout, there's really no right way to do it, because
that's what
as you said,
I've
the
been
pressure
saying.
of the kick can change. Yeah, the pressure of the kick can change depending on what happens. So, in other words, Van Dijk step up and say, "I take the first one." Now, if Van Dijk score the first one, when Messi walk up now to score the first one, there's more pressure on Messi. So it just depends on what happens in the shootout. You understand? So I'm not gonna beat up my coach. Now, one thing I will say, as far as Brazil is concerned, I think Tite, because it actually hurt them that them have so much talent today. Because I think him did want to make changes and him kind of forced changes when never needed. Because you could see the frustration from Vinny when he come off of the field. And he wonder to himself, like, a really 63 minutes you give me in this big game right here? I never understood Vinny coming off so early in the game. Of course, especially when you can know that, you know, most of the games been playing 100 minutes because of injury time. You know, you at least give the ball a 75 minutes. That's just my opinion. And I think today you definitely saw the absence of Jesus big time, because Richarlison, it was clear he wasn't really on it today. You could see his touch was a little off. He wasn't really performing as well as he can. And I know the coach would have rather have Jesus to come on, but it just goes out. When Firmino was not picked and he picked the guy Pedro from Brazil, nobody never really said him because they figure, boy, Pedro probably won't even play. I guarantee you, when they look back on now, he would have loved to have Bobby Firmino to come on instead of Pedro today. And that would have maybe made a difference for them. So those little things.
And that is after the fact.
You don't really think. Yeah, it's after the fact. But at the time, I was surprised that they didn't choose to take, 3 Premier League strikers just in case. And I thought that, the fact that he brought the guy Pedro, I just never understood it. You understand? Because yes, he scored his penalty, but in open play, he didn't really when he came on. Understand? So, it was a wasted pick. Understand? And I think at times in this World Cup, he was a bit too loyal to some of the players. Yeah. I hear a lot of people beating Rafinha, and I have to agree with that. I mean, he did in the whole game, the first game, and he probably was the worst of the front four. And today, he was non-existent for most of that game. And Anthony, obviously, I guess the wing back he was playing was a little more tired at that point. But you could see that Anthony had them worried when he came on. So, I just think the change that he made to take off Vinny and bring on Rodrigo should have been the other way. He should have taken off Rafinha and brought on Anthony earlier and left Vinny a little longer. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But I think that another thing that I thought was a bit surprising was if you're leading 1-0 going into the second half of extra time, and today Brazil was playing like a 4-2-3-1, and he had Paqueta playing like box-to-box role. I don't think the game really needed another box-to-box player to come on. So I would have brought on Fabinho and have him sit right next to Casemiro. And maybe when that counter-attack happens, they have a look. It's 4-on-4 instead of 4-on-3. You understand? So I think little things like that. I think Tita will look back and say, "Boy, I could have done things differently." It was just tough for them. But I think people need to respect Croatia a little bit more. I heard one caller make a very good point. When the game first started, Brazil's plan was to press them. And after about 3-4 times of them playing out of the press, they say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't press these guys. And I think that was the story of the game, because when the game was sped up, Brazil created chances. When the game got slowed down, Croatia just kept the ball. And I think that is what really won them the game in the end, because Brazil could never really get going because Croatia just kept the pace at a walking pace because they could keep the football. And that, to me, made the difference in the game. Of course, the penalties, the keeper showed up and did great. But I think as far as how the game did play out, Brazil needed to turn the game into a trap meet, and Croatia would not allow it. So, yeah, that is my 2 cents on everything.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, JS Goon. I have to call in more regular, man. Some salient points.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Respect.
All right.
I'll
Big
go
up
and
yourself.
watch.
All right. Cool.
Respect, Guna. Respect. Wise words.
Yeah, man. That's some good points in me. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
some of the sentiments that I was sharing earlier too. So, yeah,
The real thing.
What you saying, Richard?
Well, you know, I remain a Brazilian fan, a big Brazilian fan. It's not an easy thing to live.
You
Yeah,
sure?
man. No doubt.
No, me feel.
Oh,
Me feel.
you want to go there? You want to go there? You want to be that guy? You want to be that guy?
No, man. Me not a guy, man. Me a done around here.
Anyways,
you see, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, like a needle eye. Me think so, like a dot over the eye or a cross over the T. I feel like you're a supporter.
Careful now. Mind your words. This is recorded, you know. This is going on record, you know.
Of your home team. Me just feel so. What I call a savior right now, you know.
You know, see me, you know?
I gotta think of something to get through on this.
Welcome
to the show. You're live.
Good night,
Good
Coach,
night,
and your guest.
Yeah, man. Who is this calling?
See, everybody, I'm calling from Toronto.
Yeah, man. Big up Canada. What's your name?
Yeah.
Good night, fella.
What's your name?
Tommy.
All right, Tommy. What say you?
See, everybody can Monday morning quarterback now. See, there's one thing significant with every team that will win World Cup. 9 out of 10 times the team that win has the best midfielders. Brazil does not have the best midfielders. That's my take. Thank you, sir. Good night.
All right, sir. Good night, sir. I don't know if I totally agree with that, because you have people use defense and win the competition. If you don't have a solid defense, plus you have to be scoring. So you have to have a clinical striker up front. You understand?
Yes.
So I kind of understand the whole dynamics of the midfield. However, defense win championship. And you have to have when Brazil win the World Cup, them have good midfield, but them have a clinical striker, though.
Yeah, man. But listen to what I was saying in my soliloquy. Listen to this. That gentleman from Toronto has a very good point. Nonetheless, clinical strikers,
yes. It's a solid point, but I don't know if I agree with it in totality. Based on the fact that defense and up top a clinical number 9.
But check out the goal that Croatia ended up scoring. I was working today and I had to do school run, so I was in and out regarding the Brazilian team, and I'm watching the show, watching the match. But that midfield, the counter attack, you saw the midfield. That
Brazil
midfield,
laps to someone. Laps.
Yeah, man.
Let us hear from the great Stan Kroenke.
Kroenke.
Stan Kroenke, hang up, man. Let me see if I can call him back.
Yeah, man. You see, when we talk about 2002, that Brazilian defense, Gilberto, Kleberson.
And they had R9. Stan Kroenke, what's up? Your call just now.
Good night. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good night, Stan. Good to hear you, man. Hope you're well.
I'm doing well. I'm sure the Brazil contingent are not doing well tonight, but I'm doing well.
No, they're not doing so well.
Hey, it's all relative, you know. I want to just get this in before you speak, Stan. I really want to say, and I've said it before, being a Brazil fan and being a fan of any international or club team, what makes football so enjoyable is the journey. Half the time, it's a journey. Watching Brazil perform in this World Cup, reason but I speak and say it without question or hesitation, the journey has been enjoyable. The journey has been interesting. It's been fascinating, compelling. Ultimately, they've not been able to give themselves a chance of lifting this title, but the journey, the goals, the performances, the expectations, the ups and downs have been worth following and worth being part of. Hey, when it comes to the reggae boys going forward, we're going to take some lessons and we want to find out, is the journey worth it? And can we look back and say, yeah, man, we've learned some lessons. We've enjoyed the ride. That's going to be one of the questions. Pick up that call, sir.
Yeah, man. Cranky, go ahead. We're not rich poor, but cut the call again. Go ahead, Cranky.
So I didn't watch the entire game because I was trying to work and watch the game at the same time, and that doesn't work as well. But I watched enough to comment on the game to say, Brazil have the best squad, I think, for the tournament. And it's always difficult to manage a squad where you have very interchangeable players, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have a 11 where the boys are because some of the players didn't perform up to their reputation. Rafinha and Junior didn't impress me at all. I don't know what Paqueta is doing on the field, I must admit. I've seen him for West Ham. I watched him in the tournament. I think he's okay. But we all can be Monday morning quarterback, and we all can have a different view than the coach. He sees them in training. He has a better view. But I don't think when you are at the level Brazil is, with the players they have, you should be in the 170th minute of 120 minutes and lose the game.
That's
if you
what
look
I've
at the
been
goal,
saying. That's what I've been saying, Cranky. Shouldn't happen.
Yeah, if you look at how the goal was scored, it's amazing that you have 2.5 minutes left in the game. The ball is in the opponent's half. You lose the ball, and you really only have 3 players behind the ball when they attack you, and they have almost as same or more attackers than you do. That's not forgivable. That should never happen. And so when they got the ball and started attacking, Brazil was scrambling because most of the midfielders are upfield. What are the midfielders doing so deep? Fred is new on the field. It's not like they're all on there tired. So why are they so far upfield? And it's not like you were pressing, so the press got beaten, because if it did, you'd recover better. They had so much players on the field, so I don't think that's forgivable. That should not forgivable.
That's true.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, man.
I think inexperience cost them.
But you know,
inexperience. It was inexperience cost them.
I don't know if I would say inexperience.
Well, game management. To win, as I said, I was talking.
Man. Game management.
Yeah, man. You check the 2002 World Cup when Brazil last won it, and then you have to ask, why is it 2002 the last time such a talented country as Brazil has won it? In 2002, they had the chemistry. 1994, they had the chemistry right. It's a combination of factors. This World Cup, Brazil could have won it. It was there for the taking. When Neymar scored that goal against a combative, technically gifted Croatian team who was willing to fight tooth and nail. Small country, underdogs. That's one of the other things, which is why CD may give you the chance not to let me beat you. But you push me into the corner. I'm soon I got to deal with you, because the underdog tag in this competition could be beneficial. Anybody who talk about, Stan, please pipe in on this. Anybody who talk about England not ready, England not good. You carry on talking that. Wait, hold on there. Take it on. Are you take it there, sir?
Me start vent, Me never go there, sir. You gone there? You want me start vent now? Cranky, you finished? You want me start vent, You so me have been cool and collective,
that mercy. When we press now.
So I'll say this. Look, I think all the teams that are remaining are good teams, right? Because you have to be good to get to the last 8. So people shouldn't denigrate any team that's still in the tournament. Whether you're Morocco or Portugal or England, you have to have a good team. You can only beat who's in front of you. England hasn't lost a game. France lost a game they didn't care about. So we'll see tomorrow how that works, because everybody's talking about Mbappe. There's always someone who you can't predict who always turns up in these games and becomes a hero versus the stars. So, we'll see what happens. Should be an interesting game.
Stan,
to their potential. Yeah.
Stan, I wonder if you've been following. Maybe you've not been tuning into. Maybe you've not been tuning into coach's desk. Supposedly, the bastion and the receptacle of some sort of sense and sensibility. This man here, who you're speaking to, this host, quote unquote, allegedly believes that he knows a bit about football. He claims England not good, England not ready, England now beat no France, and even if them beat France, them still not good. Stan, can you bring a little reasoning to the brother before him start get himself in a deep water? Because people who said Croatia had no chance against Brazil, we say Wagwan. People who said Netherlands are gonna just get rolled over by Argentina, we say Wagwan. People who said Germany come out of the group, we say Wagwan. Now he's saying, even though England in the quarterfinal last 8, about to meet the French, you just said it, Cranky, and I agree with you 100%. You must have something about you to be in the quarterfinals. This man claimed that certain said team, not good, not ready, not bad business with them. Cranky, speak up and see if you can keep this man muted.
Well, I would say this. So we watch the Premier League every week because it's the most watched league in the world.
Right.
We know these players really well. So most of the French players either play in Spain or France or the Premier League, right? A lot of them play in La Liga, or they play in France, quite a bit of them, or some of them playing in Italy, frankly. But we know these players. They're renowned players, especially the ones who play in England, because most English players play in England. So if you go to the team and you think about the English team, whether it's Foden or whether it's Saka or Kane or Bellingham or Rice, we can't say these are not good players. Now, you may question the defense, but even Walker is a good player. You may question Pickford, you may question Shaw, you may question Maguire. By the way, those are coaches. Those are coaches' team. No, Shaw and Maguire, probably the weak link, they come from Man U, so I don't want to touch on that. But if you look to the team, England has good players. And here's another thing, too. Even though I agree with this, which is England has made the semifinal of the last World Cup, got beaten by the Croatia team today, almost the same team that beat Brazil. They got to the final of the Euro, should have won, was on penalty kicks, and then now in the quarterfinal of the World Cup. So how can you get to a semifinal, a final, and a quarterfinal, and some people say you're not good? I don't understand. I'm confused.
I want to put on my glasses and have a good look on
to
that
get
man.
to all these. Yeah, but some people are going to say, well, you don't play anybody. Well, you can only play who's in front of you. You can't go create people to play. You can't create teams to play against. And so England could have beaten Croatia because they scored first. They could have beaten Italy because they scored first and they were ahead on the penalty kicks. So they had a chance to win. And those competitions have the best teams because you know what? There's only one South American team remaining in the World Cup. Most of them are European teams, and the Euros have the best teams in it. In fact, the Euro may be a better competition than the World Cup, apart from Brazil and Argentina, given the number of teams and the quality teams they have. So I will say
hold on, Cranky. Where say Euro better than the World Cup?
The European Championship could be deemed to be better than the World Cup. Yes.
You change your argument. Could be deemed to. Okay.
No, but try to talk your way through this thing.
Apart from Brazil. No. Back up. Apart from Brazil and Argentina. You don't think Italy could make this World Cup over many, many teams, Coach? You don't think Norway could make it over many, many teams?
But
seriously.
Which qualifying round them come through? No something there.
They're gonna beat the Portugals, the England, the Germany. They gotta come through all those teams, but they're just their zones. But they have to beat some of those teams to make it to the final.
So why didn't they?
So the European competition is probably. But you can only Europe only get so many slot, Coach. They only get so many slots. They don't get all the slots. They only get so many slots. We have three. How many CONCACAF teams made the last 16?
Cranky, you know.
One. I mean, it's not one of four. One of exactly.
But what I'm saying, who has the most? Yeah? Who has the most slots?
Who has the most? No, Europe has the most slots, and rightly so.
Exactly.
Because they have the best contingent.
Best contingents with our certain amount of teams. Europe, weak. Are the same name them every time. Look on Denmark. Hold on. Look on Denmark and Switzerland will come through and them not going nothing. Unbeaten and all of them something there. Play against some San Marino and so Dory Island and all of them foolishness there. Listen, man.
Coach. How many teams in the last 8? How many teams in the last year?
Huh?
How many teams are in the last 8? How many
teams in the last 8?
teams are in the last 8?
Okay. You're seeing
How many European teams in the last 8?
But you know.
No. Answer the question.
How many?
I misspoke. Yeah.
How many European teams? You don't know? I think it's 8.
No, I'm asking you. No, it's not 8. Brazil was in it, right? Argentina was in it. Morocco was in it.
Oh,
right?
so you know.
Teams are European teams.
So you know. Okay.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that even though they have the largest contingent, there's a reason for that. How many non-European teams have won the World Cup in the last 20 years?
Because when you put it over to maths, Cranky.
Coach,
when you put it over to maths, if you have a greater chunk, that means you have the possibility or probability for you to win is going to be greater than any other.
Oh, no, you're still not answering.
So you're not answering the question. How many Coach, Africa get 5 slots. Africa get 5 slots. South America get 4 slots. CONCACAF get 4 slots. That's a whole lot of slots.
How many
non-European teams have won the World Cup in the last 20 years?
Probably one.
How many non-European teams have won the World Cup in the last 20 years?
Probably
Which one? Which one? Go look at it. 1 big 0. 0 non-European teams have won the World Cup in the last 20 years. 0.
But what I'm saying, Cranky.
It's a fact.
Cranky, I understand what you're saying. Germany. Hold on. Germany, Spain, Croatia to a greater extent, Portugal. See? And then you have, me not to call a team the name because them not good. Anyways, you have that team and you might have a few other teams.
Xenophobia. This is some clickbait you did use. I want to watch the show, you know. You have a show earlier, you know, about xenophobia, you know. Mine.
Cranky, what I'm saying. Hey, this has everything to do with football. Let me clear that up. Yeah, your xenophobic argument.
Apparently,
everything to do with football.
So you say, go on. Why? How you mean?
Everything to do with football.
Go on.
Let me fix my light shades. Anyway,
you better fix everything.
Cranky,
fix everything.
What me I say? Me name about 5 teams a while ago. Me not call one of them name.
Why not?
Seeing?
Why not?
What I'm saying is that going into the World Cup, you're going to have those teams always coming up to be in the World Cup. Seeing? And then you're going to have some fringe European teams that always are going to try make it to. Because the pool is big, you're going to have some teams that might surprise. Like we're going to a World Cup, a tournament. So these things are going to happen. That doesn't necessarily mean, look, Italy is not there. Italy better than Switzerland. Italy better than other teams that from Europe that are there. But it was unfortunately that they did not make it throughout the qualifiers because tournament.
You know why? Because Europe is strong. That's why.
Europe is strong. Come on, man. I see him. All right, Europe strong. Europe strong. Denmark come in a competition and finish. We're in a table. After then create waves, unbeaten, this, that, scoring one bag of goal.
Yeah, but coach, you're missing the point though, coach. How many African teams apart from Morocco are in the last 8?
Cranky, you know. You're asking me a rhetorical.
Wait,
but everybody,
exactly.
But everybody know.
My point.
Well, I know. But the point you're making, Cranky, is not really a point because Africa go through the most rigorous in terms of qualifying. I put all our top teams in to go play, but one of them must now come, or a few of them must not going to make the competition. So Africa don't get a fair chance, but Europe is widely spread, and the opportunity is there for the top teams and to make it. And some of the so-called top teams will come and fall up. Europe are going to dominate. Bigger chunk, probability for you dominate is likely.
England not good.
So you're saying Europe dominates, is that what you're saying?
It doesn't take.
Europe dominates, is that what you're saying?
I don't need this glass to see. This glass is just to protect my eyes from the light. I'm not like rich.
I'm making coaches this.
I'm not like rich poop. Somebody calling a rich poop. Rich poop in the comment section. I'm not like rich poop that uses his glasses which is a tested one. You understand? My glasses.
Coach, I have a question for you, Coach. Because you're going to say England are good. We're not saying England are good. So let's back up. So do you rate, I'm going to just go this quickly. Do you rate Foden?
Yeah.
Do you rate Kane?
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
You don't rate Harry Kane?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Do you rate Saka?
No. Energetic and good
Sterling?
talent, but not rate.
Sterling. Do you rate Sterling? Yeah.
In play, I don't know if I'm not going to use those Jamaican sentiments to say me rate him. Sterling no strike me as no world-class baller. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're Kane on a world-class.
One more name.
You say Kane is not world-class, right?
Ask him about Bellingham.
Wait a minute. No. Do you rate Bellingham? Do you rate Bellingham?
Yeah, me like Bellingham up in my turn leather.
No, cool. I was going to like him. I don't like him. You rate him.
Virgin, me answer a question the way me want.
No.
So all right. Let me answer you.
You rate him as a footballer.
Yeah, I give him look ratings. I give him look ratings. In other World Cup, me like him.
Do you rate Rice?
Hold on. Are you did say Saka overrated?
Yes, he is overrated to me.
And
that overrated is about. It's not about him.
Well, I know.
Let me answer that question.
Uh-huh.
The overrated is about how he's viewed on the world stage versus is he a very good player? I've always said a very good player, but I don't think he's in the level that people are putting at. So if people want to put him in the Mbappe level, the Dembele level, I don't think he's there yet. But he's just 20 years old.
All right, and you reached to who now? Who you reached to a while ago? Rice are where you cook. So you can leave that.
So you don't rate him. You don't rate him.
No, sir.
You don't rate Grealish either.
No, sir.
You don't rate Madison either.
Madison one good look baller, but cutting edge now.
John Stones,
right,
Kyle Walker.
Back up then. So wait,
John Stones, Kyle Walker.
So who apart from Mbappe, who on the French team do you rate?
Apart from Mbappe?
Yeah.
Dembele can go on, man.
Dembele can go on, but he knows where to score a goal. But anyway, go on.
So all of them, hold on, Cranky. You can't go down that part. That part will score goal, you know.
Now,
the names that you call, are those persons scoring goals?
No, we're talking about forwards. Saka score a goal, Foden score a goal, Harry Kane score a bunch of goals.
Bunch where? I must great bunch attack. One goal in scoring that World Cup.
He won the golden boot in the last World Cup. He won the golden boot in the last World Cup.
So when did we go back to the last World Cup?
And he has 3 assists and a goal. But keep going. He said a rate him.
No, but you said bunch of goals. Remember, you can't force me to rate your ball.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Good night, coach.
Don't do it. Good night.
Is this coach's death? Good night. Good night to Cronky. Good night to Reason Boss.
Oh, you mean if this is coach's death? I call it Collins.
I have one thing. I just have a question though. Cronky, maybe you can help me. Why is the gentleman in red speaking? Why is the gentleman in red speaking? Shouldn't he be a silent despot tonight?
I don't understand that.
I mean, don't understand.
Wait, is he a Brazil fan? Is he a Brazil fan?
I don't understand. So why Cranky speaking? Why Rich Post speaking?
They are British.
Why other persons in the comment section?
I'm English tonight.
No. You can't escape, Cranky. Cranky is all.
I have a passport.
I'm at that fact.
I'm going to show it to you.
No, I don't want to see it. I'm at that fact. Cranky support about 4 teams. So if you miss,
I agree with that.
So if you miss, he might get one.
I can't miss.
Exactly. So
2 are not in the World Cup though. 3 are not in the World Cup actually, because Jamaica is not there and the US is not there. So yes, I do support a few teams.
So coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Reason Boss, you look like a 90s man, an 80s man.
No man, I'm a double agent.
Hold on, man, Reason Boss. Do you remember a man by the name of Joe Lickshot? and Fuzzy Jones, who used to introduce dub plates in the 80s. He had a
Where
nice
Qatar
one
come
for
from
cat.
with
Hold
him
on,
dub
man. Hold
plate
on.
and them.
Let's say,
Virgin, a football we are
hold
talking
on, man. Remember, say England no good, you know. Remember, say England no good. So
well,
just.
you know, and me have a pot cover, you know. Mine head side.
Yeah, but you need to slap you need to give yourself 2 louders with the pot cover. You need to box yourself with the pot cover.
Mine the pot cover. And me have the pot cover.
There was an intro that he did for Cataract that said, "It is a weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. And who not have teeth are going to gnash on them gum." Coach, I hope your dentures are insecure.
Well, he crowd stand up.
I thought about you.
Not get no forward.
In the 117th minute, this morning in the 117th minute, I thought of my friend Coach Mincy, who we come pick me up on my yard and we drive together to the stadium go watch. I thought of him, and I felt for him. Coach, I joined the show late because I'm coming for a run robin that the state of emergency ended early, so we just roll in and commiserations. I'll be the bigger man, and I suspect the Prime Minister will call a national day. A national day of mourning.
Too slow. He might talk in a slow motion.
I am supposed that you will be a part of the national day of mourning, and Brazil has been eliminated, as you have been running off your mouth from the start of this World Cup. Oh, you support Mali? You support Mali? You're Morocco. Oh, you're Morocco now.
No,
Your African roots.
Tell the man no. Tell the man say I've been very cagey and cautious and coy.
Coy?
Okay,
so,
coy.
Fortunately, you are aware that I went to the Oxford University, Christchurch College.
Exactly.
And that I know those words.
Exactly.
England no good! That is not cagey.
Coach,
that is braggadocious.
You have been about my side, Cataract. Me never create excitement about my side. Me still have a say England no good.
You have been braggadocious.
Coach, tell me your program. Coach. By
the way, I heard him asking Cranky some questions about who he rates.
Time out. Cranky one. We give precedence to the callers.
Okay. Oh, no problem.
Coach. Go ahead. In today's game, I was going to go back to the game with Brazil today. You have Neymar and Vinicius Jr. playing on the left today, right? Mainly. That their left back was getting no help. So why would you put on Martinelli, who played both ways, versus Vinicius Jr., who was having a good game? That's poor coaching, coach. There was no help on the left side of the field because Neymar is not running back, or he does so once every 10 possessions. And Vinicius Jr. wasn't running back either, nor was he playing well. So why would Martinelli, who we know played both ways and runs all game, why would he come out for Vinicius Jr.? Why are you putting on Rodrigo? Does that make any sense?
That's the same question we asked.
Like the logic escapes me. But the logic escapes me when I watch this game.
Was that the reason why we lost the game, though?
Yeah. No, but coach, all these things packed into the equation, no, coach. You lost the game because you slept on defense. The strategy was not what it should be. That's why you lost the game. You had a brilliant situation develop where Neymar created a goal with the help of his friends. And then you gave the game away because the coach made some bad decisions. I'm sorry. First of all, you tell the team, you know what? We're attacking with 4, we're not attacking with 7. Because when we lose the ball, they're going to counter us. And they had more positions than you did in them. So position stats, I think they had about 51%, didn't they?
So in put on Fred,
yeah,
that wasn't a discipline enough to stop run from box to box, even though he's that type of player. But sit down in a middle like partner, man.
He's a Man U player, not good enough. He's a Man U player, is not good enough. He's a Man U player, is not good enough.
Well,
I'm saying Fred, he's a Man U player.
It is an Arsenal player. That's why we never put him on. That's why we never put him on.
Exactly. That's why you lost.
No.
That's why you're not crying.
That
now.
is a probability.
We're the top of the Premier League. There's a reason why we're the top of the Premier League in the court. Because we have workers on our team.
Come on, man.
No slackers. All workers.
Come your on, credibility, man. Coach CD, your credibility is taking a beating. You know? listening to what I said, Martinelli never come on, and you're saying that's a good thing. Arsenal sitting top of the league. Martinelli doing nothing but positive things to Brazil. And you're talking about England not good.
Hold on.
No,
Nobody with the credibility talk here. So balance yourself.
The ring,
Balance yourself.
easy.
The man a banter me and me time back. All credibility coming at this.
Your bantering is weak. Your bantering has holes in it. Your bantering is holy. It's holy.
But bantering is all about gimmicks and all of these things. So how come
you're full of gimmicks? You're full of gimmicks.
But Cataract, if you want to talk about gimmicks, you come here with your something, you know.
Gimmicks
out the show. So no bother with the Cataract.
Coach, your side was.
I'm gonna say adios. I was just say this though. Coach, I do feel for most of you fans because my pain may be later, right? My pain may be later. You feel your pain now, get out your system, drink some juice or whatever it is to feel better, take some pills to go to your bed and feel better tonight. I may have to do that tomorrow when my team play, but I'm crossing my fingers that I won't be in that situation.
Cross all your toes, man. But you see the thing about it, you don't understand. All right, big up yourself, Cranky. So you don't understand with me now.
Big up, Cranky.
I'm going to talk again because Cataract and Richard probably not here. When Brazil lost 7-1
to Germany.
My emotions when it comes on to football. Because you know don't want to see me in that state there. The only thing leave to do are tears to fall, you know. But you hold it like a real G. You see from that, emotionally attached? No sport. So right now, we're Cranky as I take this figure bed and all. It make us sleep sweet same way, man. That can't do me nothing. Right now, tomorrow, I prepare to go up on a gig. You see me?
Coach, I have a big bottle of Thumbs. It's a large one. It's a large bottle of Thumbs.
I don't need any Thumbs, man. My intestinal tract. Very.
Yeah, Thumbs is for your belly. Huh? you must get acid reflux. Coach, I would love to hear what your assessment of the game was.
Me now do it again.
No, hold on, man. Hold on. You're late to the thing, so because I heard you blaming Fred and I saw a man in
the chat blame Fred. You see,
Anthony. You said Fred I got box to box and he wasn't disciplined. Oh.
But they lapsed there. And this of them lose
you
the
are
game
the man.
Lapsed.
Reason boss. Wasn't this the man that spent an eternity telling me in front of you that modern teams don't need CDMs? Do you remember that? Remember good, man. Remember good. Would he not have died for a CDM? I won't call the kind of CDM's name today.
Casemiro was
in that
team. So be careful.
You said a team don't need CDMs, modern teams. So how could you be crying when you said Fred goes box to box?
CDM is not a must, brother. Me still I go say it, no matter where you come with.
CDM is a must in the modern game because you have to be able at some point to cover your defense and shut it down. If you look at the number of goals that have been scored in the 98, 99, 5 minutes plus one extra time, and coach, I think that's a good thing that is happening.
Give me a stats on it.
No, I would
tell me the number. You are a university student, and if you write a paper and talk about the number of, you have to provide substantiated.
Okay. I will substantiate. In today's match.
So give me the information.
In today's match, the equalizing goal was scored with 2 minutes of added time left.
One.
Do we need any more?
The go-ahead goal
was scored in the 150 minutes.
After 90 minutes.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Is that
Brazil.
at some point you have to have somebody who concentrates and
Cataract.
locks
You
the
know, so
game
all right,
down.
we have 11 minutes leave.
Mm.
And yeah, if you're gonna use 11 minutes to talk about that, God go with you.
Okay. Well, God go with you too, my brother.
So you can go ahead.
And God go with the Brazil team back to South America.
Of course, they need journeying mercies.
let me say it in a language they would understand. Vaya con Dios. Vaya con Dios. You hear that, brain drain? You don't need affirmative action for getting Oxford. You need good grades, top grades. There's an exam called the Oxbridge that you have to sit. You think you can sit like a GC or running them school? Easy. Richard,
yes.
What have you done your predictions for the game tomorrow?
No man, we are gonna come up on no. Yeah man.
It's all a bit. Remember, Richard, I said to you, it's all a bit sticky icky. All a bit sticky icky.
Who in on the prediction? Who in on the prediction? So let me write down Mr. Rich Poop. Oh, Rich Poop. I people when I comment and call us.
Yeah, man, the keyboard warriors, everything blessed. Viewers and subscribers, big up yourself. Accent Entertainment, big up yourself. Train Dave, Naya Bengi, Ryan LFC, big up yourself. I'm Depa my case after Brazil get knocked out. Congratulations to Croatia while you're writing down the names. Congratulations to Croatia and all the remaining teams in this competition. England, France, Portugal, Morocco. Big time. Still, the journey has been wonderful with Brazil. They learned. Chichi has resigned from the post. He did his best, wasn't good enough, came up short. Mistakes were made. That game should have been locked down. Game should have been locked down. After Neymar scored that goal, the game should have been locked down. But there's two teams in any football game, and Croatia with Luka Modric and Brozovic and them refused to lay down, take it down, and deal with the matter. It was an opportunity missed. They'll reflect on the Brazilian coach, whoever it is may be coming up next. He will have a lot to work with. I think that the inexperience of Brazil mixed with the experience, it combined to just fall short. The 2002 team, wonderful. 1994, wonderful. If you win a World Cup, France, Germany, Argentina can testify to that. You need to bring it. Italy, 2006. When you win a World Cup, you need a lot of ingredients, including maturity, steel in midfield, steel in defense, and that cutting edge in attack to make the difference. Brazil should not have lost this game. They'll kick and rule the opportunities missed. And well done to Croatia.
I want to ask
what's
a
the
question.
scoreline, Richard? What's the scoreline?
Do you think that Brazil's demise came about and started, had it was germinated as a seed with the exclusion of Firmino?
No, not necessarily. Leaving this World Cup, Brazil leaving this World Cup, what I was really upset with Cataracts, and it left a sour taste. But in leaving a sour taste, I'm also reflecting on the balance of the Brazil team and the mentality, the steel and the resolve needed to win a World Cup. When that bag of nonsense came out about Brazil excessively celebrating and doing the dancing, including Chichi on the sideline after them beat Korea 4-1, and the bag of criticism, I thought Cataract personally, I don't know, I've not had the chance to ask you this, that left a sour taste. I was really disappointed with Roy Keane. I did some shots and I did some shots on YouTube saying I was really disappointed with Roy Keane. But long and short of it, I thought that it was wonderful, Brazil expressing themselves. I thought maturely they'd come to the party and they were ready to do the business. This game brought me down a peg or two, brought the team down a peg or two, but they had to go and suffer. I always said Brazil had to suffer, endure tough times.
You did say that.
Yeah, man. And they were going through the tough time. That 0-0 Croatia, they listen, technically gifted, passed in midfield. As we alluded to, the midfield was found a little wanting, passing around it. Casemiro and Paqueta couldn't control it entirely. But still, after all was said and done, they had plenty of chances to win in regulation time and in extra time. Neymar, who is no Pele, he'll go down in history. He's not a Pele, but who is? He's not a Ronaldo, who is? He came and scored the goal, and I was disappointed that he wasn't up early taking one of the penalties. But the disappointing thing, I enjoyed the celebration, and I thought that Brazil were mentally ready, but the inexperience was something that I'd also made mention of. Martinelli, Anthony, Rodrigo, to them, it may have come a little too soon. They could have gone on to win this World Cup and thought, well, that's no problem. How come Neymar's had 3 tilts at it? Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, how come they've had so many tilts at winning the world title and we just turn up in Qatar and lift the title? Not everybody is like a Kylian Mbappe. This was there for the taking, but they came short for a combination of reasons. I hope they learned from the opportunity, but I loved the celebration, the journey. This team is really
Morocco
talented.
versus
Big up,
Portugal.
big up themselves.
Rich Pool, Morocco versus Portugal.
That could go anywhere. Of course, Portugal will come out as favourites. Morocco will be looking to get victory, maybe by 1 goal. I don't think they've gotten enough in the tank to score 2 goals against Portugal. But this is a fantastic World Cup in the heart of the footballing seasons. Who can say which way that Tom got right about now? Everybody's expecting Portugal, just like everybody was expecting Brazil to win. That could be trouble for Portugal. 6-1 mash-up of Switzerland. Morocco expected to be steely, but be vanquished. Tony Green. I might just go into Tony Green's camp and say, Morocco, come on, Viva Africa. Morocco with the upset. By any means necessary. I mean, I know this still 1-1 and then win on penalties. Who knows? I mean, this is a crazy World Cup. Really competitive World Cup. Yeah, man, write it down. Write it down.
Morocco win on penalty. All right.
The key thing is what them do on the field. Peace and love every time. Go on, Cataract.
I believe this game will end 1-0 to Portugal in regulation time. I also want to say, Coach, that I don't want to toot my own horn, but in our earlier discussions, even in the group stages, I said, this World Cup has demonstrated that the closeness of the teams in world football, you would recall that recent boss, and I pointed out that it has demonstrated that the old adage where persons would say Brazil could carry 3 teams to the World Cup and 2 of them are going to reach the finals and the other going to win the 3rd place playoff. It's not true. And it augurs well for world football. The bookmakers are either having a field day or pulling their hair out. But it's certainly for the neutral supporter a wonderful World Cup.
Absolutely.
Where the beautiful game and cricket is the game of glorious uncertainties, but I think we might have to take that one from cricket now, because it's certainly a game of glorious uncertainties. But what it also says is individual skill can be matched by cohesive, do you remember that word that I used? Cohesive teamwork, steely determination, and a will to win.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to put this here out again, Coach. I've said this. Andre Blake, take a good study of Luka Modric. That he is what a modern football captain is all about. Handling egos, stepping up and pulling your team across the line, lifting up the players when the lactic acid has kicked in. I take my hat off to Luka Modric. I thought he was a man among men. He's certainly not the most gifted player on the park, but he ain't no scrub. And he demonstrated his ability to handle the rock that is. And Casemiro is a good CDM, but world-class CDM. And Luka Modric was able to pull the strings in the Croatian midfield whenever they had the ball. But I think Portugal 1-0. I would also say to Cristiano Ronaldo CR7 that this is the World Cup where the big boys show up. Neymar, you don't have to hang your head in shame, except that I think that the big boys have to show up and you have to have taken the ball and put down the first penalty and stick the marker down. And I look to see, because I do believe that England are going to penalties, I do want to see either Harry Kane will, as usual, step up and put the ball down and slot the first one home.
All right. Since you're on that, what's your prediction on the England-France game?
England-France game, I believe, will end in a 2-2 draw, and England will lose on penalties. They will rue the day they did not bring Ivan Toney and James Ward-Prowse into the squad.
Mm-mm.
All right. Rich Bo, what's your prediction? And
2-1
people in the comment
France.
section, you can drop your prediction. 2-1 France?
I could say 3-1 France. I'm going to go 2-1 France out of respect for England and their desire to create history. France will have seen what happened with Argentina and Brazil. That could either bring expectation, too much pressure, or it may inspire them to say, yeah, man, we're ready for this. We want to run this and make this right. Mbappe said something that I've remembered and stuck with a few days ago. I heard him say anyway. He said he dreams about winning the World Cup with France. Never mind being the top scorer, he dreams about it, and that's what motivates him. His humility, as well as his braggadociousness and his audacious talent, I think will be key. Giroud, don't sleep on that brother. Dembele, Griezmann.
I believe Oliver Giroud will score tomorrow again. Also Mbappe, I give them 1 goal each. I think that Harry Kane will answer, and let's see what it's about. But what people need to understand is this World Cup has thrown up a lot of political humdingers. England versus France takes us back to the Battle of Waterloo. This is your Napoleon Bonaparte, the short man, 5 foot tall, 5'1", versus Lord Horatio Nelson. For those of us who studied Braintree at a proper university, Lord Horatio Nelson, you would remember the Battle of Waterloo. And the real question in that battle, it was really not military might, but guile that won the day. And they have been singing ever since, Britannia rules the waves. Britons will never be slaves. So let's see tomorrow if Britannia rules the waves, or if the frogs, as they call them, Charles de Gaulle and King Charles and those people are able to. It's interesting. They're not friends. They're not friends at all. It's 2 nations.
Cataract, I must say, I don't know if you picked up, I'm sure you have picked up on it, and I'm just reflecting on this French team. They're infused. You're talking about Battle of Waterloo, but this team, this squad, infused with an African flavor, an African vibe. And I must say, that will be something that I will be applauding and recognizing. It's not going to be easy. That midfield battle will be interesting, but when you've got the what's his name? Pakana. I always find that one difficult to say.
Umpekano. Where's he from? Is it the Democratic Republic of Congo? Where's he from?
He may well be, but wherever he's from, I tell you, quality. I'm going for a French win, but you can't sleep. You've had a chance to sleep on this a little bit, Cataract. Can you understand and empathize where CD is coming from, still insisting that England are good? Is there any shade of xenophobia?
Hold on. I want to say this.
Richard, are you trying to convince me
Hold on now. No, we're not. He's ribbing you.
Okay.
It's banter. Banter.
No,
as
man,
you
him take it
mentioned,
serious, you know. And a banter.
as you mentioned, the important fact about the number of Africans, including African-born players that are in the French team. I have noticed something very, 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 very interesting. Coach is there. And Richard, I know you're a well-read man. You read the global newspapers. I have not seen from France or even Holland anything about local-based players. I don't hear that chat. What I hear is a chatter about winning the World Cup and dreaming and so the things that we talk about in Jamaica, that's a lesson for us in the Reggae Boys. When people are focused on the big prize, they don't have time for. I don't hear them talking about the local transfer of players from Nice and Toulouse, and we need to get players into. You know, they are singularly bloody minded and really focused. And France has gotten over that issue about the integration of the black players in the French squad. Holland has overcome, if you would recall, the kind of racial disunity that was there in the time of Edgar Davids, great CDM, and Ruud Gullit, and some of those black Dutch players, Clarence Seedorf, you know, it was really two teams in those days.
Big strides have been made. Big strides have been made. It's a very important point you're making.
Big strides. Big strides. So I think we have to, the Jamaica Football Federation needs to give us a vision, a goal, so we can have a strategic plan, targets that are measurable and achievable, that we can continue to monitor them. That in 2026, Jamaica can come out of the group stage and do like a Croatia, make a run to the semifinals at least.
Well, catch up. You have to rewind and come again and just make it crystal clear if you have enough time, if CD allows you. Look here, I'm hearing on the social platforms a bag of people saying, look, Jamaica have as good as qualified for the 2026. It's a shoo-in. No problems. We're going to be there. I think that a little bit of sobriety and a little bit of reason and just cool, calm, collected vision is needed. Don't take things for granted. Look at the teams in this World Cup who took things for granted and look what happened. It's not a given. It's not a given. We have to make sure we get this thing right.
Yep, the games have to be played. That's why we play the matches.
Gold Cup, Nations League, we have to get this thing right.
And we have to get it right at the big dance, the qualifiers. Because everybody has ambition now. What this has done, as I said, is it has emboldened the lesser nations.
Absolutely.
The South Koreas, the Japans, the things that we saw, the people tumbling, Morocco, Tunisia, all giving good accounts of themselves. Cameroon with that. But the writing was on the wall, you know. The writing was on the wall from the Cameroon game. That Abu Bakar goal, the writing was on the wall. And if you remember, the Abu Bakar goal came late in the game. All right? So
it just takes one. It just takes one opportunity. Croatia hardly had any opportunity.
And you put it away. Right?
So all right. So my predictions for tomorrow. Everybody predict. I'm gonna drop my prediction yet.
Can't wait.
Morocco 1, Portugal 1.
Same like me. Go on, and then what?
It's difficult for me to choose on penalties because penalties can go anyway.
Lots of
You understand?
So that's not a prediction.
My prediction is 1-1.
No, but a game can't end in a draw in a knockout phase, sir.
My prediction is 1-1.
who will
It's
proceed.
very difficult to predict the penalty. But if I'm going to go with my initial pick of who will make the final, I have one foot in. Brazil is out. Portugal is still on their way. So I'm going to be choosing Portugal to win the penalties. But
Respect.
very difficult. England 1. France 2. I think I
Hold on,
nailed
hold on,
it. No.
hold on, hold on. No. This is the mother
You,
of all.
you think I nailed it?
No. A 2-1 result for France over a team that not good.
Listen carefully.
Certainly you meant 4-1 or 7-1.
You can change your mind now.
Seriously?
CD, go on. We're serious. Go on. You can change your mind.
Change my prediction.
He's giving you a
When I
chance.
get it right, hold on. Cataract now giving a chance. Not because we're near to Christmas, no balloon picking not taking place. Chanting. This is the World Cup, and a win is a win. Don't tell me about 4 or 6 or 7. A 2-1 miss here. Me never question your prediction. Balance on yourself.
Boy.
2-1.
France are going to take it easy. France are going to take it easy for England and give them no good team a 2-1. Is that yes, sir? You're a real joker, you know. You're a real joke upon this thing, you know. You need to get that chip off of your shoulder, you know. You see that? Yes, rub your chin. Take that chip off of your shoulder. Take
Richard,
that chip off of your shoulder.
Why you and others want me to pick a team that I am not too in favor with? Come on, people. One team I pick, you know. And the team they get lost today, you know.
I don't know what you'll do if England.
Me not gonna be like some other man where I pick 5, 6, 7 team, you know. And some man where I come give talks for the World Cup and now I'm not team. So what I'm saying is that don't try to persuade me. You bring across your point, me bring across my point. Cranky asked me a dozen questions about this player. Man, like him, I call 11. And I asked me if me like this player, if this player, whatever. And I gave my opinion. Don't.
You certainly did. I didn't ask you what you think about Jamaica. Do you think, by the way, let me just, you think Jamaica?
Reason boss.
Yeah.
I heard something in the chat. I thought, what if it is World Cup and Jamaica? And we thought, I am a Jamaican ultra, so everything I will speak about will end up in Jamaica. There are lessons to be learned. So if you're an ostrich with your head buried in the sand, it's an idiot who doesn't look around him and learn the lessons.
For real. Got to.
Right? You have to learn the lessons.
Got to. These social platforms will be here.
To the fountain of knowledge and doesn't drink. Right? So I don't know what them teach you at school, but at my school they taught me to have to reason, critical thinking.
Absolutely.
And to be able to observe patterns and observe the changes in dynamics so that you can adapt. And the dynamics in world football is changing. That means if you turn up and try to play Suriname in 2024 or 25 to qualify, they might find themselves with 6 or 7 or 8 players in the high ranks of the Dutch professional leagues. And we might be sitting in the stadium holding our collective gonads and wondering how we are off to play against New Zealand to qualify. You have to learn that this thing, what is saying to us is that everybody feels that they can go up and they can take down the big man on any given day. And we are the big team in the CFU, or so-called. Dominican Republic took us down in the under 20 World Cup qualifiers. And they don't have any footballing pedigree. So if you don't want to learn, then don't learn. But the man never want to learn the lessons for Jamaica. This World Cup has taught us many, many lessons that are important to Jamaica, right? And as I said, if anybody can point me to any article or any news item where the French team were talking about local born players and they need to have players to transfer, you show me all the articles. L'Equipe, because some of them not read nothing. L'Equipe, that's the French Football League gospel. That's the French Football League newspaper dedicated to French football. They are talking about El Mundo, the Oro. Everybody wants to get their hands on the goal. And then tomorrow, I think in the penalty shootout, I think England will come up short again. The cannons on the decks, I don't think will hit starboard.
And Cataract, you really think that England are a good team? I'm assuming you do think they're a good team. To go to penalties, that's not a scrub team. I mean, do you think it's a problem that certain people just don't respect England? Is it a traditional thing going back in the ages? Where's this coming from? There may be a big bag of
England
banter
has
as
not
well.
done well at the World Cups. They have not covered themselves in glory at the World Cups. And so some of they hype a lot. And they often fail to deliver. They say England expects, and they fail to deliver. And it's a nation in mourning, like Brazil is a nation in mourning right now. So it's deservedly so. 1966 won World Cup for the nation which has the best league in the world. They have done a number of things. They tried that whole thing about capping the number of non-English players in the highest in the top leagues to have more Englishmen playing at the highest level in order to give England a better chance. But I think that's coming back to bite them in the butt, because what it is that places like Jamaica, places like Ghana, are certainly biting into the cherry. Poland with Matthew Cash and I don't think the Welsh have anybody that they really wanted. But teams have been taking a bit of a bite out of England, and a number of the teams in the World Cup, in certainly teams are progressing to the semifinals, have players who are playing their trade in England in the Premier League. So I think it's deserved, the flack that England gets, and I believe that they have to dust themselves off and really come good. And as I said,
thank you very much, Cataract.
But they are a good team.
Thank you very much, Cataract. And on that premise is the reason these and other comments have been made about England not being good. So they will have to do and shut up people like me by going to that finals and win it.
Good. I think even reaching the finals would be an achievement.
Not for CD.
Listen, Cataract, you know,
it would be a massive achievement.
For me, they have to win it.
But they have not been back to a final since 1966.
Because the first one them win it was fixed.
No, it wasn't fixed. Come on.
Huh? Go and read about it, Cataract. Your man, you just
England
patting Richard on the shoulder that he reads widely, and I certainly believe that you do so. Oh, ironic!
As I said, but coach
has it in their country, you know, and you know,
coach, come on.
Anyways, this is the
host nations.
We have reached to the end of the show.
The World Cup. Most host nations.
We have reached to the end of the show. It is the end of the show because I have a gig tomorrow,
You have
I
a
need
gig.
to go and prepare for that gig.
Coach, what you do? You try eat my food, coach. You
No,
done
man,
selected and you have a gig.
I don't know
Coach.
something. Anyways, yeah, man, I got upon a show tomorrow on radio to give way analysis and them things there. So we have to go prepare for it, a big thing.
Yeah,
so.
man. Proper preparation prevents poor
performance. You understand?
I got that one from you, coach. I learned that from you.
So
people remember I told you England will regret leaving home Harry Kane and James Ward-Prowse in that penalty shootout. Not Harry Kane, sorry. Ivan Toney and James Ward-Prowse. But my heart is wanting England to progress, and I want England to reach the finals. Because as I said, I want them to keep this squad together, but I want them to look for no more player for come in. I want them to keep this squad together. So I want England to go all the way. People, big up on themselves. Team Cataract, the whole ultras, big up on themselves.
I would want to say that, but I won't say it. I can't say it. Because again, you don't know already, Richard. Look on the screen. Anyways, people, big up yourself. Thanks very much for tuning in. Big up to Richard, big up to Cataract, big up to Cranky. Big up to all the people who called in and made the show spicy. Big up to the banters who came in the comment section. They came for me tonight. Because Brazuca lost that game. But you don't know. We live to fight again. We have a little saying, say, we'll never quitting until we achieve victory. So we continue to work. We continue to push it. So next World Cup, I have to go wait for because this one and it's gonna be in Americas. So you don't know anything possible, but each World Cup you have to have some little baby steps, some tiny steps. First, you have to get there. Then you have to take it game by game, round by round. So you can't push it. And I think that's the approach I use this time around. Even though with the thing that we use, the bracket thing, you have to choose a team. And because of my team, you have to choose them and Portugal to reach a final. So I guess I get that one wrong. But Portugal still has the opportunity to be in the final. So people, big up on yourself. Thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe. Tomorrow we'll be back with another exciting show. Second night of the weekend's triple treat. Big up yourself, people. And remember, this video is brought to you by Denver and the Mango Tree. This book you need to get for the youngsters for the Christmas holiday. Give them something to read. Cataract was emphasizing reading. Reading is fundamental. So you have to get it out there, people. Support the Jamaicans. Illustrator is a Jamaican, Wayne Carnegie. The writer is also a Jamaican, Jody and Francis. So check it out, people. Denver and the Mango Tree. You can find it on Amazon. Yeah, big up yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace. Out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.